Welcome to the Stone and Wood post-show, stop 2 of the World Longboard Tour, day 1 of the action here at Bells Beach, Victoria. Matt Chinosky, the Waxhead, joined by 2022. First time in the booth. How was it on the other side of the glass?
Mate, it was fantastic. So entertaining. It's been a big day. And I've got to say, I'm excited to get out there for a little surf after this, mate. But so much action already. It's got me fired up for a surf.
Yeah, amazing surfing. Starting off with the women, moving into the men's round. The wind came up. It switched from that heavy offshore to the side shore. But the swell didn't quite amount to what we expected it to have to today.
Yeah, a bit of western it still. We're not getting that full window, but still plenty of action on offer and lots of waves in each heat. There wasn't really a slow heat all day long, so pretty happy to see that. Everybody will be happy going home. Some winners, some losers.
And a lot of learning for a lot of the rookies. We unearthed some new talent today as well, and a lot of the surfers surfing Bells for the first time. They will take a lot out of that. A lot of them go back and watch the recaps. Is that something that you used to do when you used to compete?
I tried to avoid that as much as I can, but you know, some people really benefit from that. I'm sure they'll be doing it, but yeah, it wasn't my style.
Yeah, well, you're an intuitive surfer, Harry. You always knew what the criteria required. But a lot of those surfers just putting the pieces together, figuring out Bells, Rincon, the bowl. We saw the in the women's division, it really started off at Rincon and then moved to the bowl later on. As we look at the recap of today, we had some standout performances in that women's division. Heat 3 was one of those highlights, and we'll have a look at that. It was Tully White, the stylish surfer from Manly Beach, who kicked things off in an elegant fashion.
She kicked things off really strong. Lovely nose ride out the back, big drop knee turn. This drop knee of hers has become a real staple, and it's all class, it's classic. She put on a show, but it wasn't just her in this heat. There was 3 great surfers in this one, and lots of action. Rachel Tilley followed her up, Jono.
Yeah, 2024 world champion Rachel. She's been on the road, traveling here, there, and everywhere, but she put in a great performance. It wasn't enough to eclipse Tully, but Cash Hoover, the rookie who made her way through the wildcard round, she'll be a name to be remembered. And she put in a great performance as well.
Absolutely. So impressed with the maturity of Cash's surfing. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with in years to come. But I love the guts too. Coming over here with her father, going into the trials and making it the whole way through to the main event. And she put on a good show. I think this might have been her first wave of the day, and it was a great way to start her career on tour.
Yeah, literally learning Bells as she's progressed through this heat. I don't think only this second session, third session ever at the iconic Bells Beach. And it's got so many faces that we saw throughout the day today. So exciting times there for Cash Hoover. Remember that name, but it was Tully White, who just put on an absolute clinic. That Sean Nettleton board looking really nice, matching her patient style. We know it's in her repertoire, this drop knee, but to see it on the gorgeous, clean Bells Beach walls was really special.
It really was. Yeah, she's a class act. Can't wait to watch her in round 3. She'll be stoked to have a rest day tomorrow. Lovely going into the round of 16 from that first one. Well done to Tully. One to watch for sure.
There we have the 15.5 heat total, and Rachel Tilley, the world champ, getting a 6 and a 5.5, which was a respectable heat total given the rest of the day. And Cash Hoover not far behind. That was one of the highlights of the Bioglan Bells Beach Longboard Classic today. And as we look forward through to our next lineup here on the Bells Beach post show, we've got our Stone and Woods. The waves are pumping. We can't wait to recap the rest of the day with you, because we're going to go for a surf straight after this.
Absolutely. My board is waxed up. Fins are in it. Thinking about whether I'm going to use a leash. I don't really want to do any swimming this afternoon. It's hard work out there, mate.
Yeah, I've got my single fin ready, but there's no leash attached to it, so we might have to go for a swim. But someone who did really well in that last heat, Declan Widen, who's on the glass with Belen.
Declan, give us a little insight. It looked a little bit tricky and was a little bit slow out there, and then you just pulled that out of the hat.
Yeah, stoked. Come down here last week and been doing heaps of work with Kale, Bell Warren and Jared, and yeah, I felt real comfortable out there, even in the kind of bumpier stuff, because it's an easy wave to surf when it's when it's perfect, but then there's some tide changes that make it a bit tricky.
You really pulled a huge rapport out there. You had some great nose rides, beautiful drop knees, and then some critical turns. How's your surfing feeling now that you have such a great support crew behind you?
Yeah, super lucky to have everyone down here. Yeah, I don't know, I think when you get a 4 and they're cheering like it's an 8, it definitely makes you feel good for sure. But no, I feel like I'm surfing good. Like, I just got it done then. It wasn't, wasn't super pretty, but we got it done.
You're into the round of 16 now. You get to skip a little bit of a round. How are you going to move into this next? What's going to be a little bit of a motivation?
This forecast, I think, is the best motivation. Looks like it's going to be pumping, and I love it down here. So it'll be nice. I don't know what the plan is tomorrow. We might get a day off, and yeah, it's just a really nice place to hang out. So I'll definitely just enjoy my time down here, hang out with family and friends that we got here, and yeah, it'll be awesome.
Okay, well, we can't wait to see what you're going to do when the surf picks up. So best of luck, and we'll throw back up to you guys.
Thank you. Good insight there from Declan and Berlin. And day off sounds pretty good for when you're in between that competition mindset, just to chill with family and friends. What did you do when you made a heat and you had that day off?
Yeah, didn't normally get a day off when I was competing. It was pretty go. So it's a real benefit to these competitors. We have an extra day in the waiting period, but also, yeah, Declan just skipping that second round. So whether or not we run tomorrow, I think the wave's still some on offer, but certainly Declan will be stoked to have a bit of a break and not have to go through the first elimination round.
For sure. 5 days to get this event done. We had 4 last year, so forecast looks good every single day. Tomorrow, more log waves. But there was one heat in particular. There was action and fireworks up until that last minute. It was heat 6 of the men's. We had Taka Inui who took the win, but it wasn't without back and forth battles with Tony Silvani and Kaniela Stewart. But Taka, great body language, surfing smooth and really precise.
Really precise. He's got that finesse. He's super entertaining to watch, Taka. Always putting on a show. You're never quite sure what's going to happen. Riding this one to the inside. Tony Silvani, veteran competitor, super energetic surfer, beautiful drop knee roundhouse. That was one of the turns of the day. But obviously Kani, one of the most easy, stylish surfers on the planet, let alone on this tour. They were all going hit for hit in this one, Jono.
Yeah, and it was a really good one for Tucker to win. It was the last heat of the day last year, and he was up against JR Esquivel. The wind was howling, the rain was coming down, and he lost out to JR in the last seconds. Today, he took the win, so maybe a turning point in his career.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos towards the end of this heat. Super exciting. Tony needed a score, Taka needed a score. It was all happening, but Tony coming through, didn't quite get it. He got close. He needed a 6.7, I think. He got a 6.5. Oh, so close with this one, but absolutely fantastic surfing from everyone. And you know what? The waves are cooking.
And whoever draws Tony tomorrow is going to have their work cut out for them. There's Kaniela giving that high five there to Taka. That was a great battle, and one certainly the viewers at home wouldn't have been able to predict, but Inui taking the win super close across the board. 0.24 separating third to first. Fantastic one to watch here at the Bioglan Bells Beach Longboard Classic. And I'll tell you what, today's surfing, there was a lot of strong heats, and if there was one heat that you wanted to be in terms of the waves, would it have been the Rincon Bowl, Rincon or the Bowl?
Oh, I'm a big fan of the bowl, to be honest. I think that is just so exciting to watch. And as it gets bigger here with the swell increasing, we're going to see more of that. But yeah, the Bells Bowl, it lends itself to a longboard. It's a big open face, and you can big nose right out the back, big calves through the bowl. I'm excited.
Who made that clip of you a few years ago that went viral?
Local filmer Harry Dott was down here shooting for the day with me. Good guy. It's always good when somebody stands on the beach shooting you all day.
Where can we find that clip?
I've got a YouTube channel. Yeah, make sure and hit that like and subscribe.
Yeah, there you go. So it was a clip that went viral a few years ago, and it really was the blueprint to how to longboard in today's criteria. Harry did a great job out of competition. But let's have a look at the Surfline forecast to see if we're going to be in tune for waves similar to what was in that clip.
This is what we want to see. Show us what we got coming, Surfline.
See if that bowl starts to fire up. So down the bottom, over underneath Western Australia, see that low pressure system moving underneath that purple blob, but it spins across Victoria. We need more south swell to get in here and really straighten it up. It's got to be more west-southwest. Look at Saturday, 15 to 18 feet faces if the swell direction cooperates. Wind is going to be relatively offshore all week.
Either way, mate, we're going to have surf, and that's the most exciting thing. It might be a little shadow, there might be a little, swell going past, but it's still going to be pumping.
Yeah, and that's the best thing about longboards is that we can surf high tide, low tide, and guaranteed to pretty much get a wave
inside,
all the time.
Big waves, small waves, whatever you want.
And we're going to go and we'll look at our Hydrolite heat to watch for tomorrow because there's some fantastic lineups. Sakura Inui and Rachel Tilley. Current world champ may be upset from young Sakura Inui, who had a sister, Kairi, also in the draw. Both surfers, phenomenal, surfing really clean, but I think a lot of their strengths overlap with each other, the smooth, fast turns. It's going to be a good one to watch.
Yeah, super excited. Rachel, always one to watch, and some of the young guns coming up, challenging. It's great to see.
Sakura got absolutely nothing to lose, and Rachel, of course, she's got that world title last year, and she's been working hard this year, doing some commentary as well. But let's go have a look at the daily dose of what we had in store for today. We had Edward Del Pero, our moment number 5. New father.
Super impressed with Edward surfing, always on point. But just managing to navigate the bumps in a really tricky heat with Skin Dog. It was everybody was having a hard time, but silky smooth surfing from Edward, and just a little bit more on rail than the other surfers in the event.
He looked fantastic, really picking his timing in between the chops and was able to link the nose rides with some really defined power carves. Tricky conditions there, but the Frenchman made light work of it. Have a look at the big ribs up the face that Sutherly making things really tricky for him, but he found the right waves. And I tell you what, there's a wave over there in the south of France at Guthrie that draws a lot of similar lines to Bells, and it looks like he's been practicing out there.
Oh, he's all over it. Masterclass, great surfer, great guy too, so great to see him get a good score.
Mum and the baby will be stoked back home as well, and he gave him a little shout out in the post-heat.
Yeah, big
bit cliche, but dad power.
Yeah, I tried to make a dad joke when I was talking to him, saying dad power is more like dad tired, but he's nailing it, not looking tired at all. But what about Soleil Erico, 2 times winner of this event, and she's here to back it up, and she started off strong.
Yeah, 7, 8, 3, and a 6 in this heat. She did really well. Took a little bit to find her feet, but she really put on a clinic. The sun was out for this one. It was the Rincon Bowl, and she was surfing phenomenal. It was kind of that in-between size, and she found her way here on a locally shaped Ian Chisholm board, which looked fantastic. The weight, the single fin, and the hips suited this wave perfectly.
Yeah, she's such a fantastic surfer. So exciting to watch, and just so on point with managing the flow between turns, the trim. Great surfer to watch, and yeah, just not surprising that she's come in strong here to start off her campaign. But look at this, linking it all the way through, a little Rincon session. Oh, lucky to not run into the reef there. Then a surprise here, Chono.
Yeah.
Max Weston, new local surfer.
7.55 on this one, the Melbourneite, formerly of Sydney, surfing flowing and taking a leaf out of your book, connecting the dots together. You're one of his best influences. Combined with Kyle Ellis Flynn, you have Max Weston.
Yeah, riding a Kyle Ellis Flint board too. I love the relationship there. Riding a friend's board, also a fellow tour competitor's board, and look how well it's going for him. Super smooth surfing. He got a good 7 point something on this wave. I have to go into the details to find it, but fantastic surfing from Max Weston, spending a bit of time down here. And who's next, Chono?
Tully White, one of the best single waves of the women's, 817. And she had this. It was an opening wave here, and just exemplary surfing, connecting the dots, and the criteria on display. Rail surfing, nose riding the pocket, showing a bit of commitment as well. But I think what the judges really appreciated is this finish. Not many people have been able to get a smoother finish as Tully. You see here, she just times this well into a beautiful cut down and a slice. Nothing over the top, but just quite a nice little ribbon tied at the end of the wave.
Beautiful wave there from Tully, but TJ, Taylor Jensen, it's hard to go past this guy. A cut above, man's all class, ticked all the boxes. You want to write the longboard criteria, Taylor's doing it. And yeah, no surprises again, 4 times world champion, putting on a show out here this afternoon, Jono.
Yeah, hard to go past Taylor. This really is the deserving moment that really took the daily dose to a new level, because Taylor set the bar for the men and the women in this event, and Tully as well. And tomorrow, we're going to do some fin talk, some board talk. We're going to crown some champions, and we're going to say goodbye to some people as well with our elimination rounds. Most likely on, but we'll have to check in the morning to see what the call is.
Yeah, it's getting serious now. We've had our little entry-level stuff, but it's all win or lose. You've got to get through. People have come a long way to surf Bells, and I'm sure they want to make it to this weekend. It's going to be exciting.
One surfer that's in that elimination round that you feel like was going to show up tomorrow?
Skin Dog.
Yeah,
Skin Dog, I'm a massive fan. I got to say, I'm kind of biased towards him, so full disclosure, but he's been putting on a show, a clinic for the last, few years. Haven't seen him really have that epic session, epic event, but this might be his one. He didn't have a good day today, but yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, and on the women's side, I'm picking Natalia Wunderlich, who had good effort. She put in a really good show here last year. She looked good in her heat, but was in one of those in-between heats between the bowl and Rincon as well. Couldn't quite stitch it together. But they'll get another opportunity tomorrow, and tune in the morning, because we'll be up early for the call. We're going to go for a surf now, but watch the highlights, and you can always recap today's action on the replay. Have a good night. It's a goodbye from Harrison and myself, the Waxhead, from the 2025 Bioglan Longboard Classic. Yoo-hoo!
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any